Hey guys, welcome to another Monday. It's Michael. I almost say Mango every time. Is it okay from now on if I call myself Mango? Because when I'm on the internet, I enjoy calling myself Mango that much more. Let me back up a little bit. That way you can see me a little bit more. Hello. I hope your week is starting good. I apologize this is coming out late. I woke up this morning to a 60-degree house. That brings me to what we're going to talk about. The loves and joys of home ownership. So, my wife and I last year, we decided we got tired of living in apartments. And in that decision came that it was time for us to buy a house. Now, let me tell you, first off, the act of buying a house, when you're not just flush with money, is a pain in the ass. It's, you gotta have this much money, but then you've gotta have homeowner's insurance before you buy the house. Never understood that one. You don't know what kind of house I have. How am I gonna have the homeowner's insurance beforehand? Then you gotta argue with the people that are selling the house to see if they want to, if they're gonna replace this, this, and this. Otherwise, you're not gonna pay this much. You're gonna pay this much, and it's just bids back and forth and back and forth. We actually almost lost the house that we currently live in. We almost lost the bid because we tried to eke out a little too much out of them. You know, it was kind of like just squeeze a little kick in the face at the last second. So that was kind of fun. That was just interesting. But, needless to say, obviously, we bought said house. And we've been in it for a year. And this is where we get to the loves and joys of home ownership. First off, the yard. The yard sucks bananas. I hate yards. That's the only thing I loved about a freaking apartment, is because I didn't have to mow a yard. Now, all through the mowing season, I got to mow all the time and weed eat and do this and do that and do this and do that, and it's a pain in the rear. Second thing, landscaping. So on top of mowing the yard, if you live in a halfway decent neighborhood, then you're at least, there's some margin of expectation to keep your house looking good. The front of the house, at least. I don't think really anybody cares about the back as long as you don't have a car buried under grass back there. And so you've got to trim the bushes and plant flowers and mulch and all this other stuff. I hate yard work. I'm an electronics person. If I had the money, my house would have like fingerprint locks and cameras all over the place and radio systems that go throughout the whole house. I mean, there's so many things that I would do if I had the money. None of that says that I would do all the outside work, because I just don't like it. I don't get it. I'm kind of hoping one day Gina starts deciding that she wants to. Gina's my wife, if I haven't said that before. I'm kind of hoping that she decides that she wants to be the gardener of the family, because that would be amazing. Second thing, stuff breaks. All the time, it feels like. It's really not. So, in the last year, the first major thing I had to fix was we had a toilet that was constantly running. Now, living in an apartment for 7 years, anytime something broke, anytime at all, I called maintenance guys. Hey, maintenance guys, this is broke. I'm sorry. What is it? Yeah, this thing is so-and-so. It's broke. I don't know what it's doing. What's it doing? I don't know. Isn't that your job to figure out? I don't know what you're talking about. We'll come take a look. And they come fix it all. Now, you know, I get up one day, and for like 2 or 3 days, just this toilet's just constantly running. Always water, always water, always water. I don't know what's going on. So, I go to the ever-present YouTube. And I YouTube, water always running in toilet. I can do a Ray William Johnson. Water always running in toilet. And I figured out what it was. It was some weird little pipe piece that goes in the top of the tank and all that good stuff. So we went to the store. I bought the pieces, came home. I was doing some stuff, and the Gina crashed for a little while. So I go into the bathroom, and I spend a few minutes pouring 3 gallons of water all over the floor. That was fun. Trying to do this without waking her up was interesting, because I'm cussing and swearing at the tank because it's just leaking through this seal that I had broke myself. Now I got to get another seal. Luckily, the new port came with a seal, and so it's just I ended up having to drain the whole tank. When, according to the picture on the freaking box, I could go bloop, take this pipe off, bloop, insert another pipe, and we're done. But no, that didn't work. But an hour later, I got it fixed. I flushed the toilet and I waited. As soon as it was done filling, it stopped running. Let me tell you the joy that felt. Like it was, this is where the fun part for me of homeownership comes in, is the joy you have when you fix something. You're just, I fixed it, I'm a man. Because I sit all day and play on computers. That doesn't institute manliness to me. So it was just an immense joy to get that fixed. You're thinking, fixing a toilet, that's no big deal. To me it is. I can't even change my own oil, okay? I'm not mechanic. Second time something broke. Let's see, this was all, I tweeted about all this. I spent, let's see, it was a Monday? Was it a Monday? Or it was my vacation. I had started my vacation. Gina gets up, she goes to work, because I was taking a few days off to just kind of chill at the house. I needed some time. And I go to take a bath. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to grab a book, and I'm going to read through a book. And I'm just going to lay there in the hot water, and But for 30 minutes, I ran water, on and off, on and off, on and off, running water. No hot water to be found. I go check the tank, it's cold. Why is my tank cold? I have gas in my house. So I take a peek, and they've got this little bitty window. I mean, the tank is like 4 feet tall. You can't see this. This is 4 feet tall. And they've got this little bitty ass window that you've got to like peek in, and I can't see a pilot light. And if you don't know, there's this pilot light, kind of like a stove, or a gas grill or something where it's always lit, that you've got to have to be able to get the hot water to heat. Because when the gas turns on, it lights that light, heats everything up, it's beautiful, it makes hot water. Well, my pilot light was turning off. I reach down, I look at the instructions on the thing, and I go, and I light the light. Awesome. As soon as the gas kicked off, because it kicked on, it warmed up a little bit of the water. I was like, ooh, hot water. So I ran it for a few minutes. I got like, I don't know, like an inch or two of hot water, and then it's just ice cold again. I'm like, what is going on? Where's my hot water? And I go back out there, and the stupid thing is off again. So for 3 days, I went back to YouTube. I looked up books. I called my father-in-law, called my stepdad, called everybody. What is wrong with my hot water heater? Nobody knew. Finally on YouTube, I find this thing. This lady. She goes, oh, here it is. And she looked up, and there was this piece. It's called a thermocouple. It's about, it's about the size of this pin, at least width-wise. And it's probably about that long. And it goes from this little control unit, and it goes all the way in. It sits right next to the pilot light. And what it is I don't know what its function is, except for the fact that it's supposed to keep the pilot light from turning off. I think it's some kind of sensor. I don't know if it does it by heat or what, but it's some kind of sensor. I don't know how it works, because as far as I can tell, there's nothing electrical about it, and it doesn't get hot to the touch. So don't ask me. I don't know. If anybody out here watching this, please let me know how the stupid thermocoupler works. So 3 days, I finally figure it out. I need to replace this piece. And so mine is a weird unit. It's got this big, massive resistor chunk piece on it. And I go to the store, go to Lowe's or Home Depot, and they don't have it. They don't have this piece. Crap. But they do have a generic thermocoupler. And all it is just this one little piece. And so I go on and I look. And I look online. Is this going to hurt anything? And I'm sure I did something stupid by pulling this big chunk of piece out. But you know what? I was cold and I wanted hot water. So this was probably, I don't know, 6 months ago. So I looked it up and they said that it's some kind of safety feature. So if you hear my house blow up, that's why. Because I totally took the safety feature off. That little square chunk of thing that was on the old thermocoupler. And replaced it with a new one that's just the pipe. And magically, my hot water works. After 3 days, I get to take a hot bath. Of laying in my garage floor, peeking through this little tiny asshole. And again, I felt exhilaration. I had fixed it. I'm a man. I called my mama and said, guess what I did? And I told her the whole story, and she giggled at me. Because I'm a man. Give me a second. Anyways, so that was, I don't know, probably about 6 months ago. So now, the reason this is getting out late is because I find myself in a new quandary. And one I don't think I'm going to be able to fix. For those of you that don't know, my desk is right here. And right down there is my air vent. It is 60-something degrees in my house right now. Thus the reason for the beanie and the hoodie and the jacket. And I've got socks and pants and shoes and, like, everything. Normally I'm just in, like, shorts and nothing, like, shorts and a t-shirt. It is 60 degrees in my house because my heating went out. I don't know what's gone out. There's a piece in my heater that has gone out. So, I called my father, because he used to work for an AC company. And he goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. Let me get you to call this guy. So I called another guy. Now, the thing that sucks is my dad lives in a different state. Not that far away, but he lives in a different state. And the guy walks me through, pull this panel off, do this, look at this. Okay, it sounds like you've got a bad blah. I have no idea what this piece is. And because it deals with the gas, I can't fix it. Actually, I probably could, but I don't want to break something because the water heater, if I were to have just absolutely broken it, it's like $800. That would have hurt really bad to pay. We would have been hurting for a few weeks, but it would have been doable. If I break my air conditioner unit, that's like $5,000. I can't afford it. I would go broke. I'd have to take out a loan just to pay off the stupid thing. So, that's where I get with the loves, the love, hate, the joys of homeownership. It is amazing because nobody owns my house but me. Technically, the bank owns it and I'm paying the bank for it. But, semantics. I love owning a house. Because if I want to knock a hole in a wall somewhere and put a speaker in, I can do whatever I want to it. And so that's one of the big joys to me. I can be like, I don't like this where it's at. Let me do this. Bam! And I take it out. But what it also means is every time something breaks, I'm now the maintenance man. So now I'm going to have to dish out a couple of $100 for some guy who's trained to roll out to my house probably 2 days from now. So I'll be going to the store after this to get a space heater for the bedroom because I woke up freezing my ass off this morning. I'm going to have to pay some guy $200 to come fix this, and it's going to take them 2 days to get here. As a cable guy, I understand they have work orders. They must do this. They must do this. As a homeowner, oh my God, why can't you get out here today? It's cold. So, I just wanted to get you guys in on a little bit of what my life joys are, and that's one of them. I had absolutely no idea what I was going to record today until I woke up this morning and my heating wasn't working. That's how my weeks go. So, on that note, guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope you're enjoying this vlog channel that me and Chris are doing. Please make sure you're watching his Friday videos. He's got a lot going on with work. Those of you that did on the last videos do some suggestions. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. We had one suggestion for, I guess, talk about being a twin. And the second suggestion was talk about, I'm assuming, my history in gaming. Like, what I started with, what I enjoy, that kind of stuff. So, I'm attempting to try and figure out how to get into those. Don't know just yet. But I will eventually. I got them wrote down. I'm going to try and figure that out. So, guys, I appreciate you watching this week. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions about anything, be sure to send me a message. Comment down below in the doobly-doo. Doobly-doobly-doobly-doo. Or send me a tweet. You can follow me at MangoIRL. You can follow me at OPEC_Mango. I'm going to start throwing them both in there because I use them both, apparently. Because I got like 80 followers on one and like, I don't know, 600 on the other. I don't know. It's ridiculous. So, guys, I love you. Thank you for watching the videos. Make sure you click the share button and the like button and tell all your friends about these, especially if you think they're funny, because we're getting there. I'm working on it. If you didn't watch last week's Monday, go back and watch last week's Monday video. That was me and a friend did a little skit. It was very stupid, but we had a great time doing it, and anytime you can do something fun with a friend, I would suggest it. Guys, we'll see you next week. Don't forget to watch Chris's video on Friday. I don't know why that's Friday and not that way, but I think that's Friday. Don't forget to watch Chris's video on Friday, and then I'll see you again on Monday. All right, peace.